Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you can join me today to chat about 3 types of glue books. Welcome to the channel or welcome back. So in today's video, I have some glue books to share with you. A couple of these are catalog or brochure glue books. I have lots of inspiration from other channels, so I will share those with you as well. This is a spring one I've just kind of put together out of a brochure. And this one I've been working in for a while. I love this one. Now, I've added a little bit of paint to my glue books as background, but I would say I'm still 95% gluing. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. I also just picked up, look at this, beautiful grid journal from Marguerite Miller. She has these on Amazon, and if you've been around my channel a bit, you know I'm a notebook gal. And I thought this would be a new one where I would do a little bit of glue booking this spring, maybe in sets of things, little things like postage stamps, the smaller images. So I'm very excited about that. And then finally, comp notebooks. And again, if you're around the channel for a little while, I've worked in a lot of comp notebooks, but mostly as a junk journal. And this one for me has been a spillover journal. All the scraps, right? All the leftovers from the projects that we have. Plenty of those on my desk for sure. And I think it's finding its way to be a nice chunky glue book. So one of the things I'm figuring out along the way is, am I gluing the pages together double-sided or not? I think that's a great question to ask. There are so many channels out there with wonderful inspiration. And again, along the way, I'll mention a few. The first thing is, with this one, I jumped into some stickers because I don't know about you. Do you have these antiquarian sticker books? I have a few and I really am enjoying using them in this glue book. I'm also using a tad bit of paint, and because of that, I'm covering the glue book with a little bit of Mod Podge. And I've simply been using scissors or tearing and a glue stick. So this idea came from Caroline on the Hillside. I love her channel of upcycling, and she came across this idea from other channels too, right? All of the inspiration that we have, and the concept is to stagger the pages. You can use this, I think she called hers a magazine spine journal. I also know she's done them in junk mail and catalogs. So look at the next next bit of mail that comes in your door, because it could be a really simple glue book. And I've experimented in these with cutting and tearing. I did a lot more tearing with this alphabet glue book on the right, but I did more cutting with that little one I just showed you, and I'll pop that back in a couple minutes. And I take a couple passes with these. I start out and estimate how big I want it. And also, previous to this, if I am going to stick the pages together, you should do that first. I did glue 2 pages together on the one on the right, and the tape I used on the spine is duct tape. I love in these style journals, they're really sort of my first big experiments with glue books. To kind of pick a theme, it's helping me get rolling. So this cute little one is made out of a brochure, probably 10, 12 pages, and it's not double-sided because it's a nice cardstock. And I did reinforce this one with medical tape to keep those staples intact. So a little spring themed one on the left, and I am going to do a flip through. We'll check out the alphabet one in a couple minutes and we'll see what I have to do, because I tend to put my glue books away for a while and then every so often pull them out. I'm going to share a little bit of my process and how I like to glue. So I found that with these antiquarian stickers, I like popping out the ones that I want to use onto a plastic bag and then stuffing all the scrappy bits inside, and I'm ready to go. I found stickers and painted paper and book images and magazine images are what I'm tending to go to lately. I love that sticker. I also love those maps. I should say I usually grab a paper towel or something to glue on, but I'm on my sunny porch today and glue booking is very portable, but I turned on the video and I didn't grab anything to glue on in terms of a surface I could just keep going to, so I'm kind of winging it here with the glue. I also notice a lot of glue bookers. Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's Nicole at Relax Cut Glue, Marguerite Miller, as I said, with her vintage collage. I've also noticed a newer channel to me, Carla at Caged Fish. Janet Nash does glue booking in big, beautiful magazine journals. And Caroline on the Hillside does so much upcycling. Plenty of glue booking inspiration out there, friends. And anyways, I've noticed many channels, they'll take an old book or an old magazine and use that as their base when they're gluing their images and then rip off the pages when it gets too gluey. So that's definitely a way to handle that. So glue books of all different sizes, a little one with a brochure and this larger one with a catalog. And not everybody uses paint. I'm probably a little unusual with that, but I love paint. And when I was listening to Carla recently on Caged Fish, she has this kind of glue book that really called to me. It's called a Serendiptiy Gluebook, The Art of Happy Accidents, and I just was totally in on that theme. And doing the glue books the way you want to do them. I'm doing pretty well with this one. Filling up. I love this page. And the reason I decided to put a smidge of paint is I'm ripping my images a lot versus fussy cutting. And I also wanted to strengthen the catalog itself. I did double up most of these pages. Ooh, letter K needs some love there. Get back to that one. I think M is getting there. N needs more. But yeah, you can see, and sometimes I did a double-sided spread like this P, and then the Q and the R I did single-sided spreads. I was a bit random with that. Ooh, a little bit of orange paint on that one. Again, with paint, you do need a little bit, it sort of gets crispy. You want to, on your pages, you want to add some level of coating. Mod Podge works fine, or a matte medium. Almost to the end. And I guess for me, as I dibble and dabble with glue booking, I'm finding that when I think about collage, I'm thinking a lot more about creating a focal point and maybe adding other materials beside paper, sometimes bits of ribbon or string or, I don't know, little metal pieces on occasion. Stamping when I do collage, more inking. And with glue booking, I think it just pulls back a layer of going with the flow more and being more simple. Playing on the page with paper and actually, again, like Carla said from Caged Fish with her Serendipity books, having happy surprises. All of a sudden you put something down and it spurs you on to the next thing. The paints I've been popping on here and there are acrylic paints. You can see my very messy tubes. I use my finger often or a foam brush. There's that duct tape. I really enjoyed that. And there's the cute little new one I'm doing in that same style. And the comp notebook that I have coming in now is not doubled up. I have single pages that I'm layering on all those random spillovers. And then I'm very excited to use this beautiful grid journal notebook as a new glue book in 2024. So that's a little bit of my glue book experiments. I would love to hear about yours. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it. And happy glue booking to you.